So I got up, man, and uh, and then I went for a walk. And on my walk, I didn't meet any chipmunks today or any squirrels. But today, though, I sat down under two trees, those, and I sat down and I meditated under the shade of the tree after my walk. So like in between my walk, because like I'll be walking and it gets hot, and then I need a tree. So then I tell the tree, "Yo, tree, let me borrow some shade." And then I just like sit down there and just chill and just let the shade and the
Bro, you've heard
relaxation.
about how trees, they have like magnetic energy, bro, that they give off, almost like the earth does, like at all times. So when you sit at the base of a tree, something about the way your energy is, it aligns with the tree's energy, and it really helps our thought process and meditating and stuff. I've read this places, and that's why you've heard the story about how was it Isaac Newton that came up with his theory of gravity? He was sitting under the tree and the apple fell. And there's like a couple other stories in history correlate with people sitting under trees when they've like figured things out. So that's good, bro. That's probably like really helping you meditate and come to some new realizations.
Yeah, I'm not sure how it works exactly. There's a lot of theories behind it, like
You've heard about that?
electromagnetic energy, or like
Yeah.
Austin like used to say like grounding is good too.
Grounding, yes. Yeah.
Yeah, where you like go barefoot.
Yeah,
Uh,
apparently instantly that helps you, dude. Instantly that takes away inflammation and all kinds of stuff, bro. I do it once in a while, like in the morning time when I walk my dogs, I'll just step out front.
yeah. So see, I don't have any dogs to walk, so like I just walk myself.
Hey, that's the way, man. That's enough, bro.
Yeah. So like when I'm walking
That's cool.
myself, sometimes I have to drag myself too, just like a dog.
Yeah, you got to get the motivation, man.
Yeah. So, but yeah, man. What about you,
That's
man?
good,
How's your morning?
bro. I've been up too late, and that's at night and the morning. You feel me? I'm staying up too late and I'm getting up too late. Yeah, my sleeping schedule is just thrown off right now. Dude, I don't know. Yeah, I'm on a little bit of a jet lagged schedule, I guess.
Mm. Okay.
And,
So
my brother
basically,
is up late and streams and stuff. My dad, he works late and stuff. So he's up and stuff. So, like, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the morning, I'm up hanging out with them and stuff. I don't know. We're all on a late schedule, but I've been slowly getting it back, getting up earlier and earlier and earlier. I've also kind of just started like doing calisthenics and stuff again, which definitely, bro, when you start working out again, when you haven't for like a month or like, however long, dude, it definitely takes a lot out of you. I sleep more. I know we were talking about this the other day. Like, we definitely sleep more when we work out and because our body's recovering and stuff. But man, maybe we should like, invest in some sups.
subs.
Sup with the sups.
Oh, the subs. That
No,
trend. You want to get some of that trend?
that's
Hey,
straight up.
GNC.
That's that's not even a that's not
GNC,
even
do you
a
have a?
it's not even a freaking sup, bro. That's a Royce straight up.
Hey, do
That's
you?
not
Hey,
even
hey,
a sup.
Omaha supplements. Do you have a?
Yeah.
Do you have? You gotta go louder. You gotta go louder and then go softer. Hey, do you guys have a?
Okay, I just wanted to test this out
What?
because you can see really good. So I want to see if this does this justice, man. Because this shit is frosty.
Oh, nice.
It's not really doing it justice.
No.
I think we should have like I think it'd be cool to get like a third person in here.
Mm-hmm.
Like maybe someone who's like from a little bit of a different walk. And then that way we can all kind of like touch on things because, like, say for me and you, like, we kind of have a lot of the same experiences and stuff. Like, we kind of came from like the same sort of background.
Hmm.
But for someone who's not really from that background, they're going to be a lot more interested and probably be asking more questions and stuff. And then vice versa, if we're not familiar with their background and stuff, might be cool to get a guess. It's just a spitball idea.
Nah, definitely. For the next one, I mean, today we probably don't have
Yeah.
like, but like, yeah,
Right.
we could definitely do that. We do like a like a three piece.
Yeah. I think
Thing.
that'd be cool, man.
Yes, definitely could be a thing. Okay, well, let's write that down. We'll have like a three. But let's talk about like, okay, so here's the goal. The goal is what we want to do is we want to brainstorm some ideas for, let's say, you and I, and then we
Yeah.
want to brainstorm some ideas that can benefit you and I, and that can benefit somebody that's listening to this or watching us. Let's
Right.
say on
Okay.
YouTube or like whatever platform. We're gonna put this on all platforms. For
Right.
example,
Okay.
so when somebody listens in, they're gonna hear us, let's say, talking about whatever topic, and we want to hit like an audience. So we want to
Yeah.
hit like an audience is basically a person. So let's think about somebody we both would like to communicate to, not necessarily help per se. We can also think about that, but just to keep it simple, who do we want
Yeah.
to talk to?
Huh.
Let's say, who is that guy? Like, how Eminem talks to Stan, who's like his number one fan in like almost every song, like that. Who
Yeah.
is who is our Stan,
Huh. Man, that's a great question.
or who will be your Stan? Like, just to keep it simpler.
Man, yeah, I guess if you want to keep it super simple, I feel like my stand would probably be like younger people,
Mm-hmm.
people like teenagers or like young men who are trying to get a grip on life and what is important in life, and that maybe want to just have some truth and maybe even want to have well, how would you call it, like a platform where they can come and ask questions and not be belittled or be be taken seriously, because a lot of times, especially in social media today, man, like people don't take people seriously and people will ask questions and stuff and they just get the social media's response, and it's not really, I don't know, I feel like it's not as thorough or well thought out as it should be in most cases. So
Okay. What
I'd
about this? You just
say,
gave me you just gave me an idea. So
yeah,
neither of us are completely killing it in life. So like, we have had our successes, and we have our skills that we exceed at and like
yeah.
succeed at. But we both have issues with different things that we're struggling with. And I think that, like, honestly, like, the best audience would be us. So let's say, so guys like are struggling with the same issues that we're struggling
Mm,
with can relate to. And then
hmm.
honestly, by brainstorming about how curious we are about improving certain areas of our lives that we want to improve upon, either would that be improving upon our flaws, or just learning how to focus on our strengths 100%, and forgetting our flaws, and then being able to delegate the things that we don't know how to do to other people. I think optimization of our current lives, I think that would be my idea. So what do you think about that?
I like that a lot. Yeah. I
Because
like
there's
that
a
a
lot of
lot.
guys just like us, like you and I. Like,
Right.
we can probably help younger people, but like, I think we first need to help ourselves, like, kind of put the mask on before you put it on your child, kind of thing.
Yeah. Like, yeah. Um, yeah, I think that's a great idea.
So let's talk about some things that we're both working on. Like, let's say, do you want to start, or do you want me to start?
Do you mind if I run downstairs and grab a water and let Abby in, and then we can do that?
Okay, that's fine.
Yes. So we're talking about goals that we have for ourselves. That's what you said, right?
Yeah, just like, what is falling short in our lives, and how can we improve our life, and what are ways that
So
we can
we,
improve our life, whether it would be to optimize our strengths or improve upon our weaknesses.
okay. I would say I would say for me personally, I need to get back in the gym. I need to get back physical.
Mm-hmm.
That's definitely a huge help from so many different angles, bro. Like whenever I start to feel like I'm getting depressed or anxious, it's like it's either gonna be one of two things or both of these two things, and it's not keeping up with myself physically, going to the gym, working out, stuff like that. And then the other one is not being consistent with my prayer, meditation, reading the word, talking to God. Those are really it. And honestly, the physical one, maybe a little less. Like it's really the spiritual one is huge. So I'd
Okay.
say those two for me.
Okay, you just gave me this idea. I just sent you like it's a list of virtues. And I think that like this is a good thing to focus on. So basically like anything we want to improve upon, I think these are like a good general foundation. So for example, like love, perspective, creativity, appreciation of beauty and excellence, gratitude, prudence, curiosity, humility and modesty, spirituality, persistence, leadership, fairness. She saw over there.
Say hi,
She saw over
Abigail.
there. She saw over there. Shy. Humor, forgiveness, and mercy. She looks very pixelated though, so just
Is it going to be distracting? Should I get her out of there?
yeah, yeah. She like if she gets closer, yeah, but otherwise just get because she just looks like a part of the wall. I mean that's fine, I guess.
It's fine, whatever.
Yeah. Social intelligence, hope, self-regulation, kindness, citizenship,
Dang, these
open-mindedness.
are all really good.
Yeah, just stop me wherever if you want to talk about any of these.
Citizenship. Wow.
Yeah.
Let's talk about
Persistence.
that for a second.
Which one?
Citizenship. What does that mean exactly? Oh, is that one of your goals because you're not from America, basically?
Nah, bro. This is just a virtue, bro. It's like
That's what I
it's
thought. I'm like,
yeah. It's just like I sent you the picture.
okay.
It's virtues and character strengths. So it's probably like what are people? What are the good things about people? Some people have good leadership. Some people have like really great gratitude. Some people are very loving. Some people are very hopeful. Some people are very socially intelligent. Some people are very brave. But like not almost nobody has all of these things. We all excel at some of these strengths. Like, some people are really good citizens. Some people have really great humor, like comedians and stuff like that. But like whenever you think about like a virtue, like nobody is good at every single virtue. Like you have people that excel at some of these. So maybe start thinking like which ones are you like do you most excel at? And then which ones do you think you might be lacking a little bit?
Yeah. Like right now?
Yeah.
Well,
I think you like spirituality is a big one for you.
yeah, I'd say spirituality is definitely a big one for me.
I think
Um,
love as well.
I'd say love, perspective. I try to put myself in other people's shoes and not be objective, but to be subjective, I think is the word,
Yeah.
which is part of perspective, I'd say. So maybe, um,
Also forgiveness and mercy.
but
I
it's
think
also
you're
hard.
I think you're pretty
Hmm.
forgiving and merciful.
Mercy, yeah, mercy. What is the definition of mercy? Mercy is undeserved forgiveness, right? Mercy
Uh
is like when somebody deserves something, like you forgive them. Forgiveness is forgiveness, but mercy is like when someone deserves some sort of like wrath or punishment, I think, and you just forgive them
yeah.
anyway. I think
I
that's
guess yeah, I
mercy,
guess
right?
when you don't have to like it's not like it wouldn't affect you either way or maybe even like it wouldn't benefit you in any way to have mercy upon somebody, but you still do.
Right,
Like you still
right.
like, hey, I'll give this to you. Like it's no big deal. Here you go.
Yeah,
Here's,
that's mercy. Okay.
I think that's what it would be.
Here, let's see. Let's see. Let's ask Siri real quick. What's the definition of mercy?
The noun mercy means compassion or forgiveness shown towards someone whom it is within one's power to punish or harm.
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
So, yeah, basically, forgiveness. by someone who basically has every right to harm or retaliate or punish you for something.
Let's
I
say
mean, it's
we were at war and we were pillaging a village, and then we saw a little kid or something, and then we was like, you let him go, like you didn't, you know what I'm saying? Like I think that's mercy. It's like, hey, I just I just had
right.
mercy upon this person, you know?
Yeah, like you had every right, like in a war setting, like you had every right to take out that person who was from that whatever, but instead you let them go or you let them live. Yeah, that's mercy for sure. Yeah, that's a big one. That's a big one in the Bible. It's a big one when it comes to spirituality. God had mercy on us by sending Jesus,
Mm-hmm.
and He has mercy on us all the time by just constantly forgiving us for our sins.
Mm. But now, if we were to talk about mercy, so this is we're gonna dive into this now. Then this is interesting. See how we focused in on one thing.
Yeah,
So that's the goal of this whole thing. So with mercy, like if we were to look at mercy in a different way, let's look at mercy like, have you ever seen Game of Thrones?
not really. I'm not a big like show watcher or movie watcher, but I saw like a couple episodes maybe just because I was at a friend's house. But
Yeah. So it's all about power.
oh
Like,
shoot, bro! Apparently this thing's gonna end in 10 minutes. I
okay.
just got a message saying your free meeting will end in 10 minutes. Need more time? Zoom Pro provides unlimited meetings and more. So I might have to pay for this Zoom Pro, huh?
Either way, bro, we still got 10 minutes. Don't worry about it.
Okay, cool,
So
cool.
if anything,
No
we can
worries.
start another meeting. So
Okay.
mercy, like in Game of Thrones, it's all about power. So basically, like sometimes when you have mercy upon somebody, it could come back. Let's say if that person really hates you, it could come back and hurt you. So I think that's like real mercy, where you know this person, if you let them live, they're gonna come back for you, but you still let them live regardless. You you still
Huh.
you still give them the benefit of like not harming them.
Wow, bro. So prime example of this from the Bible is David and Saul.
Mm,
So basically, Saul was a king of Israel, and he was one of God. He was a man of God, but he wasn't living in his anointing. He wasn't following God's like very obvious direct path that he wanted him to take. And so what God did was he raised up David, and David was a sheep herder, and he was just like a lowly man. Like people were like David, but he was actually like extremely athletic, and he was really good with the sling. But anyway, God raised him up, and Saul like pursued him for many many years and like tried to kill him many times. And multiple times, David came upon him and had the chance to kill him, but he didn't. He had mercy on him, just like God had mercy. He knew God had mercy on him, and he forgave him and let him go. But like he would do, like he came upon him in a cave or something, and he like was able to take something that was his, that was right next to him, just to show him and prove to him that he like had the chance to kill him and didn't. And he showed him, and like Saul was like he just still pursued him and stuff. And then even when Saul died, he had like he put out a thing that said like don't talk about Saul's death, and like he made a song about him saying how wonderful he was, because the way that he died was a little bit like not honorable. Like he fell, I think he killed himself. Like he fell on his own sword when he saw the people coming upon him, or he
mm,
got wounded and then killed himself or something. But yeah, that's a prime example of mercy right there. Having the chance to kill someone who's pursuing you, trying to murder you, but not doing it because you know they're a man of God, and letting them go, and still fleeing. And I think David thought if he did that, that it was going to make Saul stop pursuing him, which it really should have. But Saul was just so caught up because Saul was jealous. Saul knew that God was raising David up to like basically take over, and he couldn't deal with it. His flesh couldn't deal with it. He was freaking out.
mm,
So,
mm.
but yeah, I was just reading about that in my Bible, because I'm going through I'm trying to read it cover to cover, like from the front to back. So I'm still in the Old Testament. Most of the Bible is the Old Testament.
Mm. So mercy. I don't know. It's not really something that I think about every day because like we're not at times of war right now. Like we're like it's not like in the old days, like in the times of David and Saul, people will kill themselves. If you saw somebody on the street, you would just like stab him because like they're getting too close to your sheep type shit. So like
Well,
we don't really live in those times out here. There might be like you live in Baltimore, there might be some dude that just comes up to you and tries to knock you out, but like I don't think they'll try to kill you. They just want to rob you and take your stuff. But like in the old days, people would want to kill you and take everything you have. Let's say if you're a sheep herder, they'll kill you to take your sheep. You know what I'm saying? Like, so mercy was a bigger deal in those times, I think.
hmm.
What do you think about that? Because even if it may in the future become like that again, at this moment in time in history, like where we are right now in 2024, the vast majority of the population are not trying to kill each other. If you're like deep in the hood and you're in that life, then yeah, but I don't think the majority of people are even thinking about killing like another person.
Man, I don't know. I think it's worse now, actually, in a lot of ways, bro. I don't know.
Well, and there's certain
Because you
countries
have,
that it is. Like if you go to the Middle East, like people like if you go to
yeah.
like socialist
But
countries,
even
like
as far as like the music, the movies, the video games today, like we didn't have that back then. I think it's a lot more. I don't know, man. I think it is on the rise. I think people are thinking about it a lot more. I think it is on people's minds a lot more than they maybe even realize, to be honest, because it's almost subconscious how many different levels of like how do you say like there's like it's almost like all the different platforms and things that are around us, technologies, like all the different things, TVs, computers, phones, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, music, YouTube, music videos. It's like it's all kind of most of it is talking about bad stuff, and a lot of it, which is popular, like the hip hop, which is probably the most popular music genre, like the rap and the hip hop and everything. Yeah, dude, I feel like most of what they talk about is like, you hear these songs from these like gangster rappers, bro. They're just like, and then if you're actually like able to kind of like think about it yourself, dude, you'll catch yourself, man. Like if you're singing a song about murder and shit, like there's a bunch of different songs and stuff that talk about if someone's gonna test me, like they're gonna find out and all this stuff. And then you go out into the world and coming back to mercy and forgiveness. I mean, you have this subconsciously you're literally singing a song about not forgiving someone and like going after them, and then something happens and someone cuts you off, or someone like takes your grocery cart at the store or something, and in your mind you're like it's almost like it's you don't even do it on purpose. Like your mind was already in that mindset because of the song, because of the emotions that and because of the effect of words really have, dude. Like even just saying things, if you don't mean it, like it has an effect. I believe the Bible says power of life and death is in the tongue. So I don't know, man. It's an interesting one, dude. And you would think,
mm,
yeah, because back then people were, it was like, yeah, dude. But I don't know. I think it always kind of existed, man. And I think it might actually even be worse today. But that would be something that
interesting.
would probably be,
See,
yeah,
I think I agree. I wasn't in the beginning, but I agree with you to a certain extent. I agree with you in the extent that people had to get along better at that moment. Let's say if you lived in a village, you had to get along with people.
yeah,
So at this day and age today, you don't really have to get along with your neighbors because you barely see them. Like when you were in
right,
a village earlier.
right,
But then the problem was with other villages, like which that
yeah,
still exists, like in places like Puerto Rico, where you have neighborhoods battling each other. Here in the United States, is more like you have some of that, but it's mostly like gang related. Like you have like gangs
yeah.
in the same neighborhood. You have different gangs and stuff, so organizations. However, like my perspective differs a little bit because like since like you're still not like in America right now. In America,
All right.
let's just think about this for a
Show it
minute.
off.
Let's think about this for a minute.
Show it off.
Just imagine a squirrel on a tree looking at you, making sounds. You're looking back at it and you're making sounds back to it. And then
You're making sounds back good. Okay, keep going.
you're making sounds back. You're both making sounds now.
Yeah.
And before you know it, you're communicating. You're talking in a way neither of you can understand, but you know that you're trying to interact with each other.
I've done this before, by the way.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Hibbity-hoo.
Hibbity hoo hoo.
So, what'd you do this morning, friend?
Bro, you want to take me back there again?
So tell me about this encounter with the squirrel the other day.
All right, so I sat down next to this tree, and above this tree, there was a squirrel, and the squirrel was looking at me, so I was looking back at it, back at me, and then I looked back at it, and it was looking at me, staring at me, making these sounds. It was like, and then
It was doing what?
it was just making these sounds. And it was making these sounds, looking at me, so I looked back at it, and I was like, "Are you trying to tell me something?" But it doesn't speak English, so I didn't know what they were trying to say.
What was it speaking? Portuguese?
It was just doing like.
It was just going. And then you can do it back to them a little bit, and they'll kind of look at you a little weird, like they'll turn their head and kind of look at you with like one eye, and then they'll be like, "Oh no, that's a human." Fuck that.
It was more like a.
But you
It was more like a glottal stump. Base.
You know what? The squirrels are probably different out there in Omaha, bro. Like I'm all the way over here on the East Coast. I didn't do it with the Omaha squirrel, dude. They're probably different out there. Bro, have you ever seen a black squirrel? All black, 100% black, like jet black.
Depends the definition.
So like their fur is like just 100, like they're all black, bro. They have them here in Maryland, but they're only in like a specific area of like DC. It's really weird. But we saw one near our house, like recently, like at the beginning of the summer, I think, dude. It was crazy, bro. And it was like we kept seeing them too, bro. Like they're not supposed to be up here in like Hartford County. And he was like, dude, that was a crazy day altogether, man. Tim was there that day, and we saw like a huge hawk came like flying across the field right at us. Was looking right at us too. It was like calling at us, like, like how like hawks do those. So it sounded crazy. And dude, we like Tim like had his hands up because he was like praising God. And like as the thing got over us, it was looking at us, and he like made a move or something. Like he jumped, and the thing like reacted to it. So like we know it was like coming at us. It was crazy. Then it like flew over in this area. So we walked over towards that area. It was me, Tim, and Abby, I think, right, babe? And yeah, so we walked, and there was like 30 turtles on these logs, dude. It was crazy. There was all these turtles like on these logs. And as we got close to like look at them, they all jumped off. But I'm not even exaggerating, like 30 turtles. They all jumped off and like floated down the river, and then like popped up on these other logs that were like 50 feet down. But this one turtle stayed. Then we were walking up on the trail after that, and there was this black snake that was asleep on this log. I saw it. I was like, dude, look at that. And I guess it was a little cold or something. So I went over to it and I poked it with a stick a little bit, and dude, it like barely moved. Like I gently touched it, and it kind of like it brought its head up and like did this yawn thing, this weird yawn thing, which I think is like their way of like when they're cold, they get their jaws ready to be able to like bite, eat, or defend themselves or whatever. So I was like, dang, that's crazy. So I just left them alone. But yeah, big black snake right on a log. And then we saw that black squirrel, bro. And we were like, no way. I think Tim saw it first, right? And we didn't even see it at first. He was like, yo, did you guys see that? I swear there was a black squirrel. It was jet black. And we were like, nah, dude, but like, we believe you, but like, we'll look out for it. And then he saw it again. We were like, yo, whoa, there it is. And then we kept seeing it, bro. Like, it kept popping up. Where were we at? What was that? I think I was trying to get a picture of it or something.
Interesting. So that brings me to another topic. I think you're really good at small talk. And it's something that I used to be good at, but I'm no longer good at small talk. I have like little patience for people whenever they're talking about things. So let's talk about the art of small talk. Let's talk about like what makes you so good at small talk, Alex. What do you think makes you so good at small talk?
I don't know, dude.
Because I zoom out. Like if people start talking about
Dude,
like if it
I
doesn't
think it
relate
might
to
be like
me,
ADD, dude. Because sometimes I'm really good at it, and sometimes I suck at it so bad.
yeah.
I don't know
Like
how to
you,
do it at
like
all.
on the 4th of July, you made like two friends, and then
Weird.
like it was that one petitioner guy who was homeless, and then and then
He
the
wasn't homeless.
and then Lucky, the Somalian guy, and then you were just like talking to them like you were just like hey, what's up, man, let me taste your car, da, da, da. And then they were like, yeah, you know. And I was just like experiencing the whole thing, and I was just like, I don't know, like it seems like taking it light, whereas like I'm very heavy a lot of the times. Like there was that time also when we went to get B Dubs,
Hmm.
when we pulled up and smoked, and like we were out. It was you, me, Ruben, and Tim and Austin. And then you were telling your stories. I'm thinking the whole time like this has nothing to do with me, and I'm just like stretching. Like I don't know if you remember, like I was just stretching like the
No, I
side.
don't remember. Yeah, I remember you kind of stretching in the parking lot, but I don't remember telling stories. What was I talking about?
You were talking about your skate stories,
My what?
like skating stories.
Like how I broke my leg or something?
Yeah, yeah. You were talking about like yeah, about how you broke your leg and stuff. And I'm thinking this whole time, I'm like, I'm gonna go stretch.
Dang, really? Dang, man. Wow. I was not self-aware, I guess. I don't know. I guess I thought you guys would be interested in that. Maybe I was just really stoned. It's probably what it, dude. I think it happens when I get really high, dude. It's like a
Yeah.
nervous thing. Dang, I keep getting freaking calls, man.
Yeah. Well, it's fine. We can wrap up here, but like, no, it's actually a skill, bro. Because some people do love that, you know. So I'm not trying to judge you. I'm just doing like, it's like an analysis where like some people need small talk, you know. And I remember like I used to make more friends before because I used to do a lot of small talk, but then I'm like, I'm just not gonna waste my time with small talk anymore. But sometimes people do need small talk in order to relate to you in a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like they want to know a little bit about you, you know, and you're a good storyteller. So like you're telling stories and people listen, and it's
Thank
like,
you.
yeah,
You are too.
oh, thanks, man.
Yeah, dude, for sure.
But like I think you're a little bit better at like, cause I think you got a little more patience than I do, and so you're able to kind of like listen. I think you're a better listener than I am.
Hmm. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I think I might be a pretty good listener. I'm pretty. I don't know. Maybe not, but I don't know. Certain people might have different opinions. You know.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah.
Maybe not. Maybe just one person I can think of. But.
Yo, that moment could go viral. That could go viral right there. The death stare. The evil, the evil eye.
Bro, this actually works pretty well, man. I can
Yeah.
hear you pretty well. I can see you well. I thought I was gonna have trouble like hearing you while I was talking and stuff. Like, nah, dude, this thing works pretty good.
Yeah. So what I'll do is I'm gonna send you the recording, just so that you can look at it and see it and see if you want to alter anything. And then that way we'll like we can, next time we do one, we can just improve upon that. And then let's say for example, if you want to have a topic ready to talk about, like
Okay.
I'll just ask you questions. Like I don't really care because I want to do a bunch of these with different people. So if you want to just talk about a topic, for example, if you want to do like a day on storm restoration, if you want to do a day on petitioning, if you want to do a day on
Yeah.
Christianity and like Jesus or whatever,
Hmm.
like we can just talk about that. And like if you
If,
wanted to,
if we don't have anything else to talk about, we should maybe have like topics in our mind that we could bring up to the other one, or like cool story, like I don't know, like anything that you, yeah, I don't know, just like little go tos. But yeah, I'm sure we'll like get better as we go, man. We'll probably get into all that stuff just naturally talking, bro. You know what I mean? And having people on the show and stuff, like people are gonna want to talk about different things. We'll get into it all, like you said. I think I like the idea of getting into it organically, but like maybe having some pretext or knowledge on it. And I mean, like you said, bro, maybe all the knowledge we have is all that we need right now. And as we get older and stuff, or as we get more interested and bring things up on the pod, on this sort of thing, we'll look into things more and get more insights, and then talk about things more. And but yeah, letting it happen like organically, I think, and just having like maybe just some go tos. Like like maybe like an hour or two before we get on here, we can like kind of do a run through of like our day, the day before, or like some cool things that we saw or thought of or heard about. Like, dude, we could have talked about Trump's thing, dude, that attempted assassination, bro. That was crazy. What do you think about all that, man? Like, that would be a good topic to maybe touch on stuff like that, or just like go tos. When we're not sure what else to talk about. Because there was a couple times there where I was like, what should I say? And then it would have been good to be like, hey man, what do you think about that whole thing with Trump? Because I think that was insane, man. I think that was like, dude, that I don't know, man. I think it was, yeah. What?
No, I agree. I'm with you. I think so. The purpose of this is like a brainstorming session. It's like to create a mastermind. So the only way to create a mastermind to where we're both connected, it's like that we're both connected on the same idea. So I love that idea, and also I'll add to that. So let's say we can speak about trending topics, and then also we could talk about like this is one cool thing that I used to do that I want to get back to. Where it's like talking about the weird holidays that are celebrated every day. Like today, there's probably like 7 holidays in America, and maybe like a bunch of holidays around the world. So we could always go back to that, and like that could be like a thing that we talk about. Like,
Okay.
let me
Yeah, like
just for example,
Like, what's today, bro?
let me see what's
Is today a
holidays.
holiday?
There, yeah, every day is a holiday. What are the holidays for today? July 15th, World Youth Skills Day, Social Media Giving Day, National Pet Fire Safety Day, National Give Something Away Day, Global Hug Your Kids Day, National Gummy Worm Day. That's interesting. National Be a Dork Day, National Tapioca Pudding Day, National I Love Horses Day. So like, you know what I mean? Like we could always go back to that besides the trending topics, we could like if we could just research like who did this holiday and what purpose, like did they talk about it, and then what, why, and who's actually celebrating this. Like somewhere out there in the country or in the world, somebody's celebrating this in like a grandiose way. Like they're having a huge party and they're having a ball, and then we're over here and we don't really care about it. But we can celebrate them celebrating it. National Gummy Worm Day.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I mean, just knowing that there's different. I mean, dude, they're gonna make up holidays for every day of the year, but I mean, it's cool to tap in and see
Tap
what's
in.
going on. Tap in. It's cool to see what's yeah, maybe something we could
Like, look at this one. National Give Something Away Day. We could celebrate that today.
What?
Give
That's
something away.
today?
Yeah, today. National Give Something Away Day.
Is it real? Like what?
Yeah.
Says who, man? Google? That's a holiday in like another country or something, or is that like here in the U.S.?
I think it's here.
What holiday is?
Donate unused items, compliment and kindness, volunteer time, monetary donations. The essence of the day is to foster a culture of giving and remind everyone that even small gestures can create a ripple effect of positivity and goodwill in the community.
I see that now. Yeah, I'm looking at it too. That's pretty amazing, man.
Yeah.
We should definitely take part in this.
Let's
Look,
definitely.
it also says today is the celebration of the horse day.
Okay.
It's pretty cool. I was just admiring horses last night. I was watching a video on these war horses, bro. They were freaking huge. I could not believe the size of these horses. Let's see. National Give Something Away Day. Developmental Disability Professionals Day. So maybe
or AKA retarded professional.
Whoa there, dude. You're treading on thin ice.
professional
Developmental Disability Professionals Day. I think this is saying they're honoring the people who help people with developmental disabilities. I think.
Like counselors and stuff like that.
Yeah, like people.
Nice.
Let's see. Global Hug Your Kids Day. You got any kids you need to hug, bro?
I mean, unborn kids only.
Like soon to come, right? Like in the future, maybe.
Yeah, in the future, maybe like a couple years from now.
Right. Not a couple months.
Ooh, we could maybe talk about that. Like, we could maybe talk about that. Like
About what?
our future kids. Well, what they gonna look like?
Huh.
What they gonna be? You know? The babies, bro. The
Look,
babies.
HM the Sultan's birthday is today.
We're not getting any younger,
HM
bro.
the Sultan, dude. The Sultan. That's a big deal. Get ready for the ultimate royal experience in Brunei with food, music, and fun.
Brunei.
Brunei, bro. Brunei. It's Marine Day in Japan.
Japan.
Celebrate Marine Day by going to the beach and appreciating what we've been given.
I was going. I was wearing a Tokyo shirt yesterday.
Man, National Be a Dork Day. I don't understand. This
You don't
is like,
understand.
let's just keep going.
You don't understand the benefits of being a dork.
It is National Gummy Worm Day too. I can't believe this, dude. Is every day like National Get Out of the Doghouse Day? No one, no one wants to be in the doghouse. This day encourages us to get out. What does that even mean? I'm clicking on this one. This one's intriguing. Let's see. Get Out of the Doghouse is observed on the third Monday of every July on July 19th this year. In the doghouse is an idiom that people often then use to express that they're in trouble with their significant other. It is also used to describe being the cause of someone's anger. Basically, being in the doghouse is not where a person wants to be. Like, what the heck? All right, so let's see what they're trying to say is how you get out of it.
How to get out of it.
Because it's not just by saying, hey, today's July 15th. You can't be mad at me. Everyone at some point in their life has faced anger. Emotional state involves uncomfortable responses to perceived provocation. People who experience anger often experience the physical effects of it, such as the accelerated heart rate, high blood pressure, and increased stress levels. Anger is a result of a person's. Okay, we know all this. However, sometimes it is human nature to instantly feel anger towards situations that are not pleasant. When our anger causes conflicts in relationships, it's also necessary to find a way to resolve it and hope to work towards forgiveness. Bro, this is actually really good. I was not expecting this. Keeping this in mind, a florist, Heidi Richards Mooney of Fort Lauderdale, Florida, founded National Get Out of the Doghouse Day in 1999 as a unique way to promote her business. One of the original popular representations of being in the doghouse actually came from the early 1900s Peter Pan novel that was written by J.M. Barrie. In one of the chapters, Mr. Darling goes out and sleeps in the dog kennels. He's remorseful for not paying enough attention to his family and allowing his children to be kidnapped. In the early days, most dogs lived outside in the house, the dog kennels, and if a person was being relegated to the outdoors, it meant something was wrong in the family communication. Interesting. Thus, if you're facing some hardships with a loved one, currently National Get Out of the Doghouse Day is your day for a reprieve. Okay. Use this day to make amends and try to fix things. Dude.
It's like a get out of jail free card.
No, dude. No. That's what I thought I was going to say, and I was going to be a little bit mad about that because it sounded like you could just go give someone a freaking show someone a calendar and be like, hey, you can't be mad at me. No, this is saying this is the day to go try to make it right. And it actually gave you some really amazing insights about forgiveness and the human nature to be angry. It's just like, it's kind of part of our, literally, this is like biblical almost, bro. Because like the Bible says we have an old sin nature. And this was saying, and this is like, I looked this up on Google. Like, it's pretty cool, man. It's pretty cool. Anger is a result of a person's conscious decision to respond to a particular situation. However, sometimes it is just human nature to instantly feel anger towards situations that are not pleasant. The Bible actually says take every thought into captivity and like figure out if it's like from the devil or if it's from God. And if it's from the devil, throw it out. And like you have to know Scripture in order to do that, though, because you have to know what God says about things. But that's pretty cool because the Bible tells us that it's not really actually sin to have these thoughts and to get angry and stuff. It's only sin to like really act on it. The Bible says, be angry and go to your room and sit on your bed and do not sin and let it pass or go and meditate and pray and be quiet in your room. Like being angry and getting angry in a situation isn't necessarily wrong or sinful, dude. This is cool. Yeah, it's like I was pleasantly surprised by this, man. I feel like that was pretty cool.
Interesting. I like it.
Very interesting. Okay, so what does that mean, bro? Let's honor this one. Let's do it.
Get out of the doghouse.
I'm in the doghouse with someone, but I don't want to talk about it on.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's see. Who else? Man, I got a couple customers. Honestly, we got a couple homeowners.
Bro, let's talk about that. Like, what about when customers put you in a doghouse?
bro, it makes you not want to do this type of job because it's like you're told certain things, and then so you're telling the homeowner because this isn't like I'm not a one man show when I'm handling these claims. And these other guys, when I don't know, I don't really want to put things on blast like
Yeah,
that, bro.
no,
But
it's fine. No,
it's like when other people do what they're
I'm
supposed to do.
simpler. I'm simpler with it. Like I really just ignore them. Like if they're like and then I'll just get back to them when I do, and then I apologize.
Yeah, but the thing about that is, if you kind of ignore them, then you're putting it at risk to where like they're not going to respond when the checks come in and stuff. And like sometimes I don't know, like it's weird. Like now we do things differently. So like we have people that are signed on as PAs, so you have to basically sign over the rights to the check, and the checks come to us in most cases after that. But a lot of these jobs I've had for like around a year or so now, and this was back when we were just doing things the way we were doing them, like signing them, and then I think some of them are, most of them, yeah, most of these jobs were already PA signed though. That's the whole thing about it is, and I told them things about the job that honestly probably should have been done, and I thought were going to get done, and then didn't get done because and they're not communicating well, and it's taking them forever to do these basic things on these jobs that have good damage and need to get done. So, and yeah, so I'm in the doghouse a little bit with some of these customers, but it's really not my fault. And I don't know, I'm not the type of person to be like, it's not my fault, it's this person's fault too, like a homeowner, you know what I mean? Like, I just try to like, because then it's like I'm kind of downing the company and stuff too. And like, I get it, they have a lot of claims and stuff, but yeah, it's hard when, I don't know, jobs just kind of fall by the wayside and like, you know, yeah, the PAs are kind of dropping the ball when it comes to these jobs, man. It's hard. How do you
Nice.
see how long we've been going for here? Doesn't really say, huh?
See here. I think
They'll just tell you when you got 10 minutes left. That's it.
yeah. Let me see what does it say here.
I'm about to drop down to give him 20.
Hey, do it.
Rosie, come here. Do you want to say hi to the camera? Come up here. Come on. Go ahead. Hop up. Come on. Come on. Hop up. Good boy. Get up there. Come on. Get up there. Go ahead. Good boy. Good boy.
Bubba. Bubba. Bo. Boo. Boo. Boo.
He's a podcast boo. He's a podcast boo.
I think that's good. I'm gonna send this to you. Just take a look at it, and I can probably have it edited, or we can just like toss this one, because we're just doing this to figure it out. Or we could probably get like 10 minutes out of this, like out of this.
Let's watch it again. Like, yeah, maybe we can watch it back or something and see if it was interesting. Or
Yeah,
I mean, we should probably just save everything we've ever done,
yeah,
and yeah, we should probably just save it. And then, dude, we could get good clips from it in the future. Referring back to something we said or something we called out and it happened or something. It's something, or we can do comparisons. How we were compared.
yeah.
How we grew, where we came from.
You know what? Honestly, man, here's what I'd like to do, man. I'd like to, cause my thing is like, I'm making my version of this to be about personal development and about self improvement. So
Oh,
I think I think you should figure out a way to align with that in a way like that aligns with you. So let's
yeah,
say either so if you want to make it about God, or if you want to make it about like storm chasing, or about relationships, or about anything you want, like think about what you want your topic to be, and how you can align it to my topic. That way we can both like kind of like approach it from different perspectives, but kind of like meet in the
yeah, yeah.
middle in a good way.
I mean, I feel like most of the things we talk about kind of involve self improvement.
Yeah. But then how can we make it productive? You know what I'm saying? Where like let's say after, so the goal would be like after we have one of these sessions, then we'll both leave and be like, okay, I know exactly what I got to do. I got clarity. Like I'm gonna go out and change this part, and I know exactly how to do it. Where it's like effective.
Yeah, yeah, definitely, man. I mean, I want to feel the same way after these.
Like, and we'll call it post nut clarity.
No, we're not calling it that. That's ridiculous. Did it say that we had 10 minutes left?
Yeah, it already did.
Dang, man, it didn't even
So
pop up on my side.
so are like just post what about just post clarity? Post
Uh, no, let's do.
I like post nut clarity, bro. I think, and then we'll like put a squirrel with a nut, like that will be the
No,
bro. That will be the logo. It'll be a squirrel with a nut. Post nut clarity.
no, we're not doing that. I mean, you can if you want it to be. That's fine. I'll just come on here. How about this is your podcast show? I'm just your guest. How's that?
Welcome to Post Nut Clarity. My name is Josias. I'm here with Alex.
Yeah. Okay.
The goal of this show is that we're going to bust a message, and then we want to discuss it in a way that at the end of this message, then we'll have clarity. And the nut is representative of the message, the conversation, the
This is
brainstorming
great.
session, and the squirrel is representative of the squirrel I met the other day, yesterday.
Okay. All right.